All right, Harrison, now we're talking about the latest around the Raiders stadium delay, and I don't know how much you know about this, but with the entire situation around the thing that we're not allowed to say on YouTube, the Gobert, this could really impact the new stadium being built. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. There's more than 50 people who are
working on the stadium.
Stadium constructions. I can promise you that. And, again, that's the CDC recommendation of no gatherings of more than 50 people. I don't know if that's considered a gathering, but I take recommendations seriously when it comes from the CDC. I'll just say that.
The new Raiders Stadium, last week on my Raiders Report show, I talked about how they just started putting on the translucent roof. That should be finished at the end of May, or at least it was scheduled to be finished at the end of May. Originally, when the Raiders started building this thing, they were hoping that it was going to be done July 31st, right? I think when you look at the entire stadium, it's beautiful. They're calling it the Death Star. It's incredible. I can't wait to see it someday. But if you're only allowed to go to home or to maybe make gas visits or maybe go to the grocery store and you can't travel, that's going to put a big halt to the stadium, and it's not done yet. And if it gets put on hold for multiple months, will it be ready for the opening season?
Oakland never dies. That's all I'm going to say.
We could literally see a situation where the Rams stay in their stadium because they can't go to SoFi, or the Raiders have to stay and go back to Oakland, or even, the Chargers. They got to play at a soccer field where they're only going to fill 1,000 seats anyway.
They could stay.
He said it, not me, if there's any Charger fans there in the comment section. So how about this question, everyone? Weigh in on this. Will the Raiders open the season in Las Vegas? A for yes, B for no. Man, I hope it's A. And if it's not A, then FAB.
Well, that's always FAB, whether it's A or B.
I hope.
Your answer? I'm still going to lean yes because the season is 6-ish months away.
Yeah.
But if it was 95% before or a week ago, I'll say it's 70 now. I mean, it's declining. There's no doubt about that. The chances.
So some would say 3 Chucky heads.
Yeah, 3 Chucky heads. It's pretty likely, but
Yes.
it's not 100%.
So will the Raiders open the season in Las Vegas? I want you all who are watching right now, Kevin Otto, Tony Crane, they're typing their A for yes, or you can type your B for no like Jackson Crokin and Claude Evans. All right, let's go to another thing rolling on around here. We got Cory Littleton, and there's a lot of interest around him, a great linebacker. I would actually argue as the top linebacker in free agency. And according to Vic Tafur of The Athletic, the Packers and the Raiders are the teams that are the most interested in him.
Yeah, the thing with Littleton, Mitch, is 10 years ago, every team in the NFL would be like, he's way too undersized. He's not physical enough. He is the perfect modern-day linebacker, though. 230, 235 pounds, sideline to sideline. He's excellent in coverage. You can put him on tight ends and running backs, and he will more than hold his own. So, yeah, I think he's going to get paid. I think he's going to be north of $10 million per year, I would guess, if not pushing $14 or $15 million potentially. The production's there. You see the tackles and 3.5 sacks from an inside linebacker. That's good value rushing the quarterback as well. So I'd be surprised if the Rams are able to bring him back. They're pretty cap-strapped overall, plus they got to think about a Jalen Ramsey extension. Maybe your Raiders could be in the mix for him.
I definitely think that they should be. So when free agency kicked off here, they had $57.2 million, and they let go of Tahir Whitehead to save $6.25. They're going to let Will Compton walk. They're going to let Kyle Wilbur walk. Vontaze Burfict, I also expect the Raiders to move on from him. Yeah. So if you want to talk about all-around need, Mike Mayock has said multiple times they're looking for players that can cover the tight end down the seam, that can cover running backs underneath. And I think, honestly, Cory Littleton might be the best coverage linebacker right now in the NFL that can also still rack up the tackles, that can still also get after the quarterback. It would be a huge upgrade for a Raiders team, which, as you guys can see right now on your screen, they need a lot of help there at the linebacking position. So let's play a game, Harrison. What do you think? I want you to fill in the blank. Cory Littleton will sign with the Raiders.
I was going to say Packers, but they signed Christian Kirksey.
That's a good point.
So I will go with the Raiders. How about that? I'll please Raider Nation. I think it makes sense. They've got a lot of money.
Spam the Raiders. Let's go.
I think
Let's pump it up.
They need defensive help. So I think, Cory Littleton, a player like Byron Jones, is a guy I think they should have interest in, although it seems like the Eagles and Giants for whatever reason.
Eagles and Giants have some interest there. I see Jordan Lynch is going to go with the Redskins. But predominantly, I'm seeing a lot of Raiders. And honestly, man, I really hope that Cory Littleton ends up playing with the Las Vegas Raiders. So continue to get your comments in there. If there's any Raider fans out there, check out my channel. It's youtube.com/Raiders Report, #1 Raiders channel on YouTube. So let's go back to this, Harrison, where we got an NFL draft update. And the 2020 NFL Draft is still scheduled for April 23rd to the 25th, as we mentioned before. Still going to be televised. Good news for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. We will also be live for the NFL Draft. We do all 7 rounds. It's like 20, 25 straight hours of coverage. So, and the public draft events, though, in Vegas, unfortunately, they've been canceled because of the Gobert.
Yeah, so the main talking point here, Mitch, is that it's not going to be the public spectacle we're used to. You know, if you're watching on TV, you're not going to see 20,000 people, you know, or 100,000 people even around the draft stage and all that, cheering and all that. I think that's going to be the interesting thing to see how this looks once they finalize all the details. But yeah, there won't be a ton of people in Vegas. The draft is going to go on as scheduled. I think the NFL just has to figure out in what form that looks like, because they've got, 5-6 weeks to kind of finalize this?
5-6 weeks. Yeah, it's coming up quick. So here's a quote from Roger Goodell. I want everyone right now to just start booing because I'm not going to be able to see it live.
The boos won't be as loud this year.
They won't be as loud this year. So everyone start booing right now. So here's his quote. "The decision reflects our foremost priority, the health and safety of all fans and citizens." Again, I think this is the move that the NFL needed to make. It's the move that the NFL had to make due to the thing that YouTube won't let us say. So we're going to call it the Gobert. So Mark Davis, this is his quote on the NFL Draft Vegas cancellation. This one just came across. "Health and safety has always been our top priority. So despite it being a major disappointment, this was the right decision." And I totally agree with Mark Davis. I don't agree with everything that he does, like his haircut, but I definitely agree with this statement coming across here. And I know as a Raider fan, and I know as a lot of Raider Nation, they were really, really looking forward to this event, as they should, kicking off the new stadium, kind of getting this new image, if you will, for this Raiders team that has been kind of bouncing around from Vegas to Oakland Los Angeles to Oakland, now to Vegas. It's a little disappointing, but again, I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, both those quotes from larger statements, both the NFL and Mark Davis released, basically press releases. So obviously you can go find those. We can't put 10 paragraphs on screen for you guys. But,
we can, but nobody would want to watch.
Yeah, those are the main talking points there. So we wanted to kind of fill you guys in on that. Obviously, we want to know from you guys: did the NFL make the right decision in, I guess, limiting the draft is the right words, taking away the public spectacle? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I think they did the only thing they could do, Mitch, and that is follow the recommendations from the CDC and just follow suit with really what else has been going on in the world the last several days.
Claude Evans, Anthony Manzo, Kaiser, Evan Davis, they're all typing their Y for yes. So again, the NFL draft, it will be televised. The draft is still scheduled to start April 23rd to the 25th. Just unfortunately, all the events that would have been happening in Vegas, they've been canceled. So we want to know from you, did the NFL make the right decision because of the Gobert? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no.